Oh, ahoy, ahoy. And welcome back to our regularly scheduled and prompt as always game of Burning Wheel. We took a couple weeks off, but we are back and we are ready to remember what happened last time. Um, we are a couple of sessions between now and the end of the session. I'll know how many more sessions we're gonna play. So it's gonna be
That's never how that works.
Yeah, it's optimistic.
we're approaching the finale. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's just jump into it with bits. We have quite a few new ones. Yeah. Hazel.
My only new one is belief number 1. I have acquired items for Clotho's summoning spell, and now it is time for us to get our parents back. Ash and I will perform the summoning. I have maintained belief 2 and 3. Martine has done all he can for Hochen, which isn't saying much. Unless he becomes helpful very soon, the Woj position needs to be filled by someone strong and competent. Belief 3, Brother Wirt has earned my trust even with those bloody hands. I must fulfill my promise to him and free his friends.
Perfect. And then what is something that happened last time?
I obtained +1 child's art of family and +1 shield of the crown's garnet for the Clotho summoning spell.
Okay. Ada.
All right, so Ada's beliefs are number 1. This sword does not work. It must be empowered.
This
Plain and
sword
simple.
ain't right.
This sword ain't right. And I did my darndest. Belief number 2. We need to figure out what's causing this strange weather. It's time to find the source. And then number 3. This elven forge must be mine. I'll make sure Martine bequeaths it to me in my lineage.
Perfect. And what happened last time?
I made a sword that doesn't work.
Well, how does it not work?
It doesn't light up when you kick it like your normal light up shoes should.
Okay. You have a mundane sword made of rubies, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, very mundane. No elven harmonics were involved. No spirits of spring, summer, named Spring, who want to be swords, who
Mhm.
crave this blade.
Okay. Wirt.
Belief 1, Hochen is beset on all sides by this squall. We must see the villagers delivered from harm. I have just screwed up my Chrome tabs, and now I can't read any of my stuff. Okay, belief 2, we come to the apex of our time with the Duchess. I must protect Hazel for Odelia's sake. And belief 3, Clotho is still our best chance at restoring Morrine and Alden to the land of the living. Hazel and I will see this happen.
Perfect. And what happened last time?
Wirt tried his hand again at the political sphere and was met with basically the same amount of success as last time. There's lots of committees, there's lots of bureaucracy, no changes happening for the people.
Mm-hmm. Ragaire.
What's up? Okay. First belief. Something about this sword ain't quite right. I should anoint it with fell blood to awaken its spirit. My soul is hungry for death, and never cross an elf when death is on the line. I'll find Clotho's summoning spell for Hazel while I'm at the forge, and I don't think this demon wound is curable. I will lie and hide my pain from my friends so they are not upset and can focus on the mission.
She's so kind to us.
What question do you have? You guys already know.
I don't have a question. I just have an observation. I can tell clearly which of your bits that you changed last minute because it's way shorter and way less wordy than the others.
Yeah, which I don't know.
It's so direct, so actionable, so unlike you.
I don't believe in actions.
Okay, what happened last time?
So much. The sword we
Like?
made is now stuck in a tree.
And it's not. cut into a tree. It's not
It
like
cut
stuck.
in.
Stuck.
Yeah, it's not like the sword in the tree, but
Mhm.
it's
The infamous story, the sword in the tree.
but we expected it to cut through that tree like butter, and it didn't.
It did
And
not.
also Willow, I asked for Willow for help on my demon wound, and she was not optimistic about the outcome of my immortal
Yeah,
soul.
not very helpful.
And yeah, and then she released confidential patient information to others behind my back.
You don't know that yet.
I don't know that yet. So that's what happened last time.
Okay. Do we want to start up on the mountain or down in Hochen?
I think up on the mountain
Doesn't
makes more
matter.
sense, but I don't care.
Okay, we'll start up on the mountain. Ada, still
on the
inside the forge. Ragaire had gone outside. Ada, you're resting inside after having single-handedly forged this mundane magic sword.
Single-handedly,
Ragaire,
for sure.
yeah, you used hands. You used voice box. Ragaire
Yeah,
went
you know what?
outside.
I'm the only one who used hands. Yeah.
You went outside. You cut into this tree.
Yeah.
And the weather, the big suck, is still happening. The wind that is
Oh.
sort of being sucked somewhere.
She had forgotten. She didn't know what we were talking
Yeah,
about when we talked about it earlier. She just ignored it. She let those words pass right through her.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Never mind. Back down the mountain.
Okay, I'm good. I'm cool. Alright, yes, the big suck.
So the weather, which was a blizzard, is now sort of like streamlined winds being sucked somewhere. It doesn't feel like you're being blown, it feels like you're being sucked. That is happening.
Say that phrase again for me, Logan.
I'm just kidding. Okay, great. I'm cool. Is the sword still stuck in the tree?
You can put your foot on the trunk and sort of pull it out.
It's the big
Okay.
tree suck.
Mhm.
That's what I'll do. I'm gonna dash inside.
Okay. You come back in. Ada's sort of probably leaning next to the forge, resting.
Well, Ada,
Looking-
here's the good news. It's a sword. It looks really good. And it cuts into
Ragaire.
trees.
I would
Mhm.
hope it can cut a tree.
Yeah, it can.
In
It did, in
half?
fact, cut the tree.
It
Not in
destroyed the
half.
tree. It not in half.
Not in half, no.
What are you?
You got
What are
like
you
maybe an
telling
inch and a
me?
half.
Like an inch and a half into the tree.
That's not very far.
No, but look at it. It's beautiful. We did good work here. I'm pretty sure I just need to stab somebody with it.
What? I mean, yes, we need to stab the Duchess with it, but
No. You know, sometimes swords need blood to activate. It's a thing, right?
I-
Ravadren,
Sh-
he doesn't need to be alive anymore.
well, you're not wrong. But also, what is it not work? What is wrong with it?
It's nothing. It's a sword. Nothing is wrong with it. It is a perfectly operational.
Is it a magical
Beautiful.
sword? We made a magical sword.
That is TBD. I take the sword and I whoocha at the table, and I want to see if it does anything extraordinary, or is it just a normal sword kind of
A
chunk
thump,
into the table?
like, chunks into the table.
Regard.
It makes a beautiful, pure crystal
Ragaire.
note.
Those are some
Uh.
wonderful harmonics.
Hmm.
Great elven craftsmanship right there.
I think Ada is just like, what? Like
Also, the
uncomprehending.
wind has now
basically.
changed in a way that is
I
unsettling.
think we already knew that.
Yeah.
That was on
Just
our way up.
updating you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. the great suck is still happening. That's good to know. I'm not. I mean, we need to figure that out eventually, but we did everything we were supposed to do. Why would you think we need to stab someone with it?
It's a sword. It's made to stab.
Well, really, it's made to slice, but that's beside the point. Um, I'm.
There was a fell heart. There was a line about fell hearts and pure hearts, and remember there was a
I thought
baby
that was
that wasn't a
metaphorical.
baby back in the Duchess's. There's some kind of sacrifice involved at the Duchess's house.
Okay, well, we should just go back to Hochen anyways. Give me the sword.
But first, I need to look for something.
Okay, what do you need to look for?
Promised Hazel I would find a summoning spell for her.
Who is she summoning?
Do I know?
Yeah,
I think we know.
You were all there.
Yeah, yeah. So she's
We
trying
know,
to summon
no.
back her parents from. I don't even know if they're
Oh, I guess
under
we were all
drowning
there.
the lake.
I pretend whatever happened with them didn't happen, so.
Okay, great. Well, how about you sit here and look at the sword and meditate on that, and I am gonna search for a spell.
That is actually a good idea. Ada starts rifling through her notes furiously. All the things we learned from the manual, basically.
Go ahead and make a check, Ada. I would say this could be artifact wise. This could be research. This could be
Not gonna be research.
investigate.
We'll do artifact wise.
Okay.
And I
Um,
fork in read and
I'll,
write.
I'll say it's ob 3.
3. Yeah.
You can fork and
Let's-
read. I don't think you can fork and write. You're not really writing anything.
Do you want help?
I'm taking advantage of my previous writing skills.
Which is now called
or what have-
reading.
No, I could level up artifact wise if it's a test. It's not really that useful though. Sure, you can help. What do you want to help with?
Can I help? Would sorcery wise be appropriate here?
Sure.
Sure, you get 2.
You have
have
5
5
in
in
sorcery
sorcery wise?
wise?
Yes, it is my most used skill.
Really power leveled that ability.
Wow.
Wise.
I remember when you opened that.
Me
It's
too.
like the only skill I opened that has paid off in dividends.
Okay, sure. So that's 3 help, and I'll do it carefully to make it 4.
That and my second most used open skill, conspicuous.
Wow, barely.
Nice. Okay. What materials do you have?
What do you mean?
Like,
what materials?
what are you looking through? Who has what?
Oh, Ragaire had the actual writings from the
Yeah,
elven
I
smith,
have the original
or-
text.
Mhm.
the original text. Yeah,
Okay.
but Ragaire read everything out to me, and I took notes. I was like transcribing all the Elvish.
hmm
So anything in Elvish, I theoretically transcribe.
Yes. So you look back through the instructions to forge the sword, and you've done everything exactly right. Like, and then you sort of read at the end, and it's like, this is the finished product. Like, this is what you were forging the whole time. Like, you didn't mess anything up. Um, the I guess your eyes fall on the poem that you have been sort of lugging around for who knows how many sessions.
Quite a few.
Quite a few. And like Ragaire was saying, you feel like and between the poem and like the writings of the manual and whatnot, you get a pretty good idea that the sword is like the spirit inside of it is asleep, and you have to activate it somehow. You can piece together through what you remember Ragaire finding in the Duchess's house, and the poem that the Duchess activated Wintertide by consuming a pure heart, which was the infant that was sacrificed in her upstairs. The poem says that Summer Song is sort of activated by consuming a vile heart.
A vile heart. Is that a heart in a vial, or is that
No,
like
Vile.
Can we like compare the Elvish word? No, this was never an Elvish, the poem. Just kidding. Take it back.
Correct. The poem was not.
okay?
Ada, what does vile mean to
do
you?
have
I'm
to
gonna need you to
stab.
meditate on that.
Okay, I'll open meditation while you
Yeah.
look for this dumb spell.
Find vile. Or you can help me find a summoning spell. I mean, either way.
I don't know what a summoning spell looks like.
Neither do I.
You have sorcery.
I have
Nice.
sorcery wise.
Level 5.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for this summoning spell in Clotho's abode.
Perfect. What would you like to use?
I don't know if this is an observation, a perception, a sorcery wise.
Not observation, perception, or sorcery wise.
Does one get me a better?
I think sorcery wise is more specific, so you will get more with sorcery wise.
Great.
We'll
I'll
say
do sorcery.
3.
Can I fork in observation to sorcery wise? No. Perception. Just kidding. Got it. We'll just do the usual.
You can always do it again.
The big sack might pull us out of the.
It's not
close
going
us out.
anywhere.
Oh, it didn't do it. Let me roll again. All right. I feel like I'm just moving everything around and I'm really tossing the place apart looking for bees, anything like that. Oh, I would like to
2 6s.
re-roll. I would
2
like to
6s.
re-roll. I will spend a fate. As always.
Yeah, I know. Name a more
precious,
classic
precious
duo.
Ragaire
Ragaire
fate.
Fate.
Spend it like water.
Bending Fate, no less.
Okay. I find nothing and then I become really still and I just start looking for like really small and like listening, hoping that I'm going to hear a buzz or
You
some.
hear the language of the bees.
Yeah, I'm going to become one with the language of the bees. Yay!
Nice. So yeah, you're tossing the place, and then you're like, no, and then you sit and you listen, and then you feel like a tap on your shoulder, and you look, and there's a little bee that's sort of ramming your shoulder with its head. It's like, can I help you?
Yes, thank you, Bee. Do you happen to have or know a summoning spell?
Oh no, I don't know that.
Do you know who knows that?
Yeah?
Who?
That would be Phil.
Can you get Phil over here, please?
Fill the bee.
Yeah. Wait
You
here.
want to come? Do you
It
guys want
flies
to come
away.
down the mountain? It's getting
The-
kind of weird and
The
cold
bee is
outside.
flown out the window.
Follow that bee.
What?
Gotta go eat a bite. I dash after
Gosh.
the bee.
Okay, you follow the bee to the tree where you cut, and you look up, and there's a hive, a beehive now in that tree.
Great.
And you see the bee sort of flies in and sort of goes inside. It's not that many bees, like that you would expect a beehive to have quite a few bees. There's not
Yeah.
that many. Couple like moments pass, and 2 bees come out of the beehive,
Great.
sort of just fly in front of your face.
I like.
Actually, no,
make-
one goes to each ear.
Oh, I was gonna say they could ride on my like collar
No,
or
and
something.
one goes, "This is Phil," and then I said, "Hi, this is Phil.
Hey, Phil.
How may I help you?
Hi, I heard you needed my assistance."
Yes, Phil. Thank you. This was very timely. Would you?
Yeah, I did a really good job bringing Phil.
I really love and appreciate both of you. Can you help? Can you come teach my friend Hazel the summoning spell?
Who are you summoning?
I'm not really clear on all the specifics. She could probably tell you better, but I think it's her parents.
Oh, like her queen?
Yeah, like her queen. One-armed queen all alone. And her drone.
Her special drone.
There are, I can do that, but summoning doesn't work very well.
That's not my problem. I just have to bring you.
What about a reverse banishment?
Do you need more how many bees do we need to do this summoning, or is it something that you can teach her how to do on her own?
Just Phil. Phil's really good at summoning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at summoning.
Okay, Phil, do you want to come on a field trip with me? And I'm sorry, what's the other bee's name? Other bee.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm also Phil.
Phil's
Yes.
dumb bees. I'm like, come on, you guys want to go on a field trip to meet my friend?
Sure.
Okay. Great.
You now have 2 bees buzzing around you.
I love this for
You've
me.
acquired 2 bees.
Does the sword? You may have covered this, and I was just laughing too hard. How are we affected by the blizzard at this moment, or the big sun?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. Roll a d6.
Rude.
He uses my powers against me.
I do. No. The sword, so spring was protecting you from the blizzard. That no longer seems to be the case. And that the sword does not seem to be doing that at the moment.
Do we hear the howls of wolves in the
Great.
background?
Distant.
Okay. Great. I dash back in and I say, Ada, okay, great. I have 2 bees. Summoning spell acquired. Yeah, and
I'm
sword.
meditating.
I just like update you while you're meditating. I'm just talking at you.
Magical sword, what are you doing to me? Why are you ruining my life?
We will hop down the mountain to the 2 that are currently in Hochen. We'll say you both, unless you state otherwise, you're both in the Wojc's house at the moment.
It's reasonable.
That's fine.
You brought your stuff
Yeah.
back to Martine's house. What happened to Martine last time? He was caught. Do you still have him apprehended?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't ever make a break for the door, did he?
No. So he's here as well.
Yeah, he has to be here still.
And Willow's working Clotho until this wears off. My spell.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, what would you like to do?
I mean, I think Wirt is in a triage mode. We're looking out for people who might have signs of frostbite and prepping hot water for people to drink to warm up when they come in off of their shift and that kind of thing. We're trying to get it on like a rotating schedule and get it so that somebody's coming in every 30 minutes or something like that.
Okay. I think that falls under a roll you made last time, so I won't make you
Mhm.
roll for that. You can do that fairly well. You have a committee going. You have the hot water committee going.
It's a 3-person team. Somebody's just standing there holding a sign.
Someone
that
has
says
the
hot
pot, someone has the water, someone has the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Hazel, what are you doing?
I think I'm probably just hanging out in one of the bedrooms upstairs. Probably with Ash and with the 2 things. I'm just waiting for Ragaire to come back successful because I know he will be.
Ash is out there with you and he says, "Why do you want to bring these people back so badly?"
They're really important to Brother Wirt.
Hmm.
And Brother Wirt basically saved my life in the House of Horrors that we went through.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that's important.
And also there was that big machine with all the blackness, and that's not good. We gotta get them out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know anything about these people.
Do I know things about them? I mean, they're Brother Wirt's friends.
Yeah.
They lived in that house.
The
They-
empty one with all the dead bees on it.
Yeah, that one. They may or may
single-story
not be our parents. That's all I know.
Okay. Wait here.
Okay.
He leaves. Whether you're in the middle of a committee meeting and Ash comes up to you and draws his sword.
Wirt calmly responds with a one raised eyebrow.
He sort of like does that thing where he like kneels and like presents his sword to you.
Okay,
Says,
better than what I thought it was going to be.
says, "You've saved Hazel. I'm now indebted to you."
Thank you. I've never had anyone pledged to my service before. Sorry, Margaret, can you just take over as the sub volunteer committee lead? Can you please just run the rest of this meeting? Okay, great.
Order!
And I swoop off into the next room with Ash. Son, you don't owe me anything.
I owe you my life and Hazel's life. You saved her, that means you saved me.
Well, thank you. I release you from your debt. I promise, you owe me nothing, no fealty or allegiance. I just, please, care for Hazel. That's all you seem to want to do at this moment, so do what you need to do. She is your family, you must care for your family.
I would like you to make a check.
Okay.
I'm thinking etiquette.
He so does not want to acquire Danger Boy.
Let's see. Etiquette would make sense. Persuasion is not very specific, but you could use it if nothing else. Law of the land. I'm not listing off a bunch of things I don't think you have.
Yeah, definitely not.
Obligation wise.
What I do have is noble wise.
Oh,
Noble
okay.
debts, fealty, etc. I do have etiquette. And so I
Oh.
think I would like to roll etiquette, forking in persuasion, soothing platitudes, noble wise, and maybe oratory. Or no, rhetoric instead. Rhetoric.
Child rearing.
Let's get a nice. I don't have child rearing. That would be
I just
great.
want to know who let him keep
Actually,
a sword. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, where did that? Yeah, somebody needs to take that from this boy. He's too violent for that.
We'll say 3.
Sounds great.
I don't think oratory really counts, but the other ones that you listed off do count.
I spoke so well. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 forks. Boom.
Nice.
Easy breezy. So many 6s too. Wow, I'm
Wow.
wasting them all early this week.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta do a bunch of inconsequential rolls
Yep.
for you, so when we end on a big one,
Yep.
you can fail. Okay. He stands up, he sheaths his sword, and he says, okay, I'll tell you what was going to happen, and then you tell me what your intent with this roll was. We're gonna do it backwards, because I forgot to ask you exactly what your intent was. He
I
was
think my
going
intent's
to
clear.
become, like, blood sworn to you and protect you with his life, and, like, not let anyone ever disagree with you.
Yeah,
What
that's
was your
fine.
intent with
But your
this roll?
sister instead. Like, just
Oh, okay.
stab anybody who wants to stab her.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what he already did.
Yeah, great. There you go. So just keep doing what you're doing, kid.
Perfect.
You're on an okay life path. Less fire and magic, please.
Okay, he leaves. You regain chairing the committee meeting.
No, I think that's an opportunity to go upstairs and like, hey, Hazel, you good? Ash is like, I think he's going through a moment. I just wanted to check up on you.
I think I'm in the bedroom. I've got the shield. I've got my dagger, and I'm like pretending to fight an imaginary enemy. And then you open the door, and I'm like, put that away.
The shield befits you. I think you wear a shield better than a sword, my lady.
I don't have a sword, but yeah, this is a pretty cool shield.
Are you comfortable? I assume you're just
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah,
Ragaire
Ragaire
to
needs to get
return.
back. So we can say, Ragaire, why does Willow think you're a broken elf? And also, where's the summoning spell?
Yes. Have you spoken to Clotho at all since his
No, Willow's
recurring treatment?
working that out, I think still.
Where did that come from? If you don't mind.
Ritual?
Yeah. What was that?
What do you mean? It's the ritual. You do ritual, and then you cast it, or you don't cast it. You throw some beans.
You ritual it? Yeah, sure. I saw.
Yeah.
But why did you feel that was necessary? You seem to have had a profound effect on his psyche.
No, I just fixed him for a little bit.
You fixed him.
Yeah, you
Was
saw
he
it.
broken
He was less.
before?
He's a crazy man.
Well, sure. But does that mean he's broken?
I guess not. But that's not fair. I just made his. No, he's not broken. Not broken.
I was just curious. I've never seen magic like that. I was
And ritual. Do you want me to
wondering what-
ritual you can experience it.
I-
It's harmless. I promise.
If you say it's harmless, then I trust you. Do you tell me what I'll feel?
I don't actually know.
Mm-hmm. Have you done this before?
Well, I can't ritual myself.
Yes, but have you ritualed?
Yeah, I
Anyone
ritualed
besides
that
Clotho?
lady. The lady that was coming after you and then got her head ripped off by that demon.
So
Dana.
This is a representative sample of who you've cast this ritual on?
I've probably cast it on Ash before too, but that was just for practice.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you...
He's cast it on me before, and it kind of, I don't think it feels like this when I do it, but it kind of feels like your brain's burning from the inside when he casts it, and you can't really think about anything or like do anything very well because your brain's burning. But it wears off. Harmless.
I see. I just worry is all.
Worry
That-
about what?
Perhaps unintentional harm may come to these people that they're casting rituals on. It's
No,
just
no
a thought.
harm.
Ash is there as well. He's like, there's no lasting effects. There's no physical effects.
Or mental
Well,
effects. Neither.
or
Or
mental.
emotional.
Very well, then
We've had it both cast on us, and we're emotionally well.
that's exactly what I was about to say. No, if you feel that it is safe, then I trust your judgment. I had the thought, and I would be remiss if I didn't discuss it. Speaking of discussing things, this has been a fairly dramatic last few weeks. How are you feeling? Are you confident? Are you worried? You seem to have changed and really grown into a role as sort of a leader and a figurehead in this time. What do you...
I don't know about that, but I feel fine. When you pray for people, how do you know they're not going to get hurt?
I don't know. I simply have faith in the lady that she will do what is best for the cosmos.
It's like that, but I'm the lady.
Interesting. What?
I mean,
I'm going to assume you meant no blasphemy there.
She has control over you. I have control over me.
I see. Well, I'm glad you're safe and well, Hazel and Ash as well. I'm going to go attend to some matters downstairs. Is there anything either of you need?
I
Anything I can
need
help you with?
Ada to want to be the Woach. That's what I need.
Okay. I will say, Ada is a very strong woman.
Uh-huh.
She is charismatic, and I think those are good things
Yeah.
for a leader to be. I don't disagree with you. Ada would make a fine Woach. But there are more pressing matters at hand. So let's see it through the dawn before we pester her with that. Yes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just seeing if you wanted to plant some seeds. Seeds are good, and then you grow the plant, and that is at next dawn.
Seeds are good, but they do take time to germinate.
Mm-hmm.
So we will plant them. We will tend them every day as we should, but it will be quite some time before these fruits come to bear. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good. Stay warm. He closes the door gently behind him.
Perfect. You begin to walk away, and then you hear footsteps behind you and realize Ash is following you. He says, Hazel seems to think Ada would be a good watch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I gathered that.
I don't know Ada well enough to
Okay.
make a judgment on her, but I think Hazel would make a much better watch. I feel she's destined for greatness, and I feel this would be a good step for her.
I agree that Hazel is destined for greatness. She has her whole future ahead of her, and I'm sure a great many things will come from that. As I told you in there, let's maybe just slow your roll a little bit, and we can deal with some of those issues like municipal governance later. That's paving roads and putting up mailboxes should not be our priority right now.
No, but I do think the people need a leader. And Martine is not that person.
Yes, that's fair. Yes, I see your point.
If
Martine
I were
isn't in a
to
position
be,
to do very much right now, so
no,
I don't
that's
think
what
you have
I'm
to worry
saying.
about him.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna do anything. I'm saying that we need someone who would do something.
Is that not us? Are we not doing something?
We are.
So then all is well.
You're a very confusing person, Brother Wirt.
Well, I'm sorry. Could I, perhaps, if I elaborated a little bit more with a parable, perhaps. I intentionally drive home a very confusing story about this like group of small critters in the forest who one day the great squirrel dies, and he was the patriarch of everything, and now there's this big power struggle, and all the animals have to like figure out what they want to do, and like, oh, there's weave in like the story of that chicken who's like making bread, and nobody wants to help make the bread, and so then nobody gets the bread when the bread is done because nobody else
Yes.
chicken, and like it's all about teamwork, and you gotta collaborate, and you can't be hasty, but also too many cooks spoil the broth, and many a muckle makes a mickle, and just like as I'm walking down the stairs very
okay.
slowly.
You entertain him for quite some time. Speaking of small animals in the forest, back up on the mountain. The two of you meditating.
And Ada, there are two bees talking in my ears right now, and I really need you to find out what is going on with the sword. I
I don't
really
have
wanna
the
stab
mental
somebody
space
with
to
it
handle
right
your
now.
bees right now, Ragaire.
And also, the wind has changed direction.
They're like two AirPods in your ear.
Yeah, I'm just saying everything the bees are saying now. I'm just like, oh yeah, and Phil one really had some funny jokes. Never knew bees were this funny. Phil 2, that was a really great one. Do you guys know anything about vile hearts?
What? No.
Okay.
I just know summoning. And I just know summoning as well, but a different type.
Okay, great. The bees
There's
only
not a
know
Phil
summoning.
3 that knows Vile Hearts. Or are all Phil's summoners?
You're born a Phil. You're only a summoner.
They just summon more Phils out of the ether. That's why they all know summoning.
They all know
Okay.
summoning.
It is eyes snap open. I understand everything.
The Phils and I go, ooh.
Everything except the solution to this problem. Let's go back to Hochen. Ada grabs the sword, the sheath.
Okay.
She sees sheaves the
She
blade.
shells by the seashore.
She sheaves the blade. I take it from you.
No,
Like, I'ma
she
hold
did not
it.
hand it to you.
I'm
Nope.
gonna hold it.
Ragaire, I understand everything.
You're both just
Except this
walking with the
blade.
sword between you.
We each have one hand on this. Let's go.
She's very
Keep those
untrusting. I'm
Phils in
talking
line.
to the Phils. It's okay. She's just a little untrusting when it comes to her artifacts, but she's cool.
She seems very temperamental. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, you step out into the big suck.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, Phils.
Just ripping your earlobes.
I don't like that.
So you, from up here, without making a check, I will tell you that in the direction of the big suck, you can see something.
What do my elf eyes
It's like
see?
an ominous shadow, or like
It's just,
what-
it's
what is
hard to
something,
really
a
make out, but I'm
haze?
telling you that there is something to be seen in the center of the
I
big
want to
suck.
see that thing.
Okay.
Where is the
Please
Yes.
center?
perceive the big suck. Ob 3.
Always. Great.
Do you need help
Yes.
perceiving big suck?
Ob 3.
Mm-hmm.
Can I perceive carefully, or will that endanger me?
It's up to you to decide.
I'll help you. I have perception 5. It's nice.
2.
We don't have time
We don't have time.
now that we've exited the.
And since
We
you're rolling,
all-
Sarah,
What?
I will say, since you are rolling, I'll say successes over the op will get you more information.
Crafty man.
Cruel GM.
So cruel.
Ripping the fate from your hands.
He truly is.
I don't feel like I'm doing it, but the numbers don't lie. Oh,
I'm gonna take just the one. I'm not gonna re-roll for that.
Good job, Sarah. Resist the
I'm standing
temptation.
up.
Stay
That's not
strong.
worth it.
Stay strong.
I'm whispering in your ear. Take the fate. Spend it. Okay, you
Shut
can
up,
see.
Phils. You're a plant.
So from up here, you can see. You're pretty high up on the mountain, so like you can see the forest spreading out below you, and then you can also see the forest on the other side of the valley. And all of the trees you can see are being sort of sucked toward a point. So it's not just like a front of wind; it's like a suction. At the center, you can see like there's like a bunch of swirling clouds, but there seems to be something more solid. And this is sort of like on the face of a mountain near Yuzon, City of Uncles. There seems to be like
I
a
knew that was a bad place.
structure at the center of this that has not been there before. You have never seen this
Oh.
before.
Okay, so it's not like the Duchess's old house.
Not
that I'm
located at her
looking at.
manor.
Okay, a structure, you say.
Yeah. Yeah, with
I think
only
the
one
appropriate-
success over, you can't determine anything about the structure.
Oh, it's probably 2 stories.
I mean, it's got to be at least 2 stories.
But it's not moving, right? It's stationary.
It is
Not at the
stationary. With one success over, I'll tell you that you can, like, as you're sitting there watching it, like, it's growing. Like,
Oh,
ever so
great.
slowly. Like, you are watching it, and you can see, like, it's getting bigger.
Okay. Is that
It's
like
still
an
just sort of
elf
like a dark
perception thing?
form, yeah, like inside of these clouds, but you can see that it's getting bigger. You still can't determine any function.
They're building a Gundam.
What the heck they doing over there?
Wolf Gundam.
Yuzon. That can't be good. Can I see wolves?
No, but what are we gonna do?
Are there any wolves I can see? Okay, great.
I'll say for fun, I'll
I
say
shoot
like
it
the
with my
clouds that are
sword.
rotating it every once in a while. There's like a wolf head, like in the clouds, looking like the clouds look like a wolf head.
I like that atmospheric.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't. Probably will have to go there at some point, but looks bad, man.
We'll just put that on the list of things we have to deal with after we get this sword working.
It works. It's a good sword. You're a good sword. You're a very good sword.
It's a dud.
Don't talk about our sword that way.
We don't have joint custody of this sword.
We
It's my sword.
definitely do. We did.
You say as you
50%.
both have a hand on the sword.
All right, let's go back to Hoken.
Yeah.
And
Without the protection of spring, the spirit of summer, you will need to make a check of some sort. Survival probably makes the most sense to me.
Survive.
orienteering, tracking.
Not tracking, orienteering, yes.
Roadwise.
Roadwise could be
Roadwise.
forked done.
Thanks, Abby.
Welcome.
All right, you want to do orienteering?
Do I want to do orienteering?
Survival is one, yeah. Okay.
Survival is a thing, but it has more to do with staying alive.
Stay warm,
And
cool in
finding your
adverse
way.
conditions.
We're fine. We've been in eternal winter for the last.
But you haven't been
The
in the
Great
big suck?
Is not an adverse condition.
No, Great Suck disagrees. You fly off the mountain.
What's the great suck now?
I like how it has a persona. It disagrees.
We will say
Um,
well, I guess.
Is
What are you rolling? And then I'll
orienteering.
tell you the
Up 17 survival.
Shh. You're on our side.
Phil and Phil have to survive at least.
Yeah, you want those boys.
They're girls. They're not drones. They're worker bees.
They're drones. They're not drones. They're worker bees.
Yeah.
You want those girls? Okay.
roll into
Then-
orienteering. I mean, I also have tracking. I don't have survival.
I thought you rolled survival before.
Mm-mm.
No, never.
Have
opened
you?
survival.
What? Somebody has
Mm-mm.
survival.
No,
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
this is
Not me.
fake news. We've always
Okay.
had to find things, which is why my tracking's really good.
Orienteering, we'll say ob 4.
Okay. Do you want
have
me to roll
orienteering
orienteering? It's open-ended for me.
It's open end. Is it a skill? Is it a
Mm-hmm. Skill of paths and ways, which is essentially the fancy way of saying orienteering.
But I think you can't help her if she does so because it's a song.
if it's a actual song? I can't. Yeah,
It's a skill song, not a spell song. It's
skill
all
songs.
very perfectly clear.
Skill songs. I don't think are open ended.
Yeah, they are.
Sarah's really confident.
She's very confident. Wow. I'm inclined
Never
to agree
been
with
so
her.
confident.
Oh, it's been so long since we went over how elves work. So I don't remember with perfect clarity.
All right, well, you can
Well,
roll, and I
I
can help you
mean-
with roadwise.
Sure. Why not?
I think you
I'll
can
roll.
help a skill song. It doesn't say you can't, so I'm inclined to say you can.
I think you can because skill songs aren't technically magic.
No.
That's
Yeah,
what
They
they
have
don't
no
cause
effects
wonderment.
other than being open-ended.
Well, then it's probably better. What is your ways? Is it 3?
It's 5.
Oh my. Yeah, sure. Roll that.
You want to roll a 5 open-ended or like a 3 over there, Sean?
We can roll the 5 open ended and I'll help with something.
Okay. So we turn away from Yuzon, and we look
Yeah.
down the road. And I'm assuming we can kind of judge, since the big suck is constant, we can
Mhm.
kind of get a feel for the angle of the wind and work out the best way to protect ourselves and walk down the path to Hochen.
Yeah.
And I can still fork in roadwise.
Mm-hmm. If you tell me a
And
fact about how there's a road that helps you.
yeah, so these roads
Is there a service road?
there's a curb on this road. So you know if you've gone off it.
I could see there being like a log curb or something.
Like a
Yeah,
berm, yeah. Some kind of there's like
Untraveled forest, and now there's a curbed road.
This is so magical elven forge. It's an old elven road.
That you've just neglected to mention until now. You guys are like, we could have been taking this the whole time. It'll cut hours off the journey.
Oh my god, you almost killed me! I just started drinking water.
There's a curb on the road.
Was this a curve?
I don't know what more you want from me. Why am I making road facts? It's just not fair.
Go ahead and roll. That'll determine if there are indeed curbs, or if you're just following a fallen log in the road, or fallen log in the forest.
Sean, are you helping me?
Now I'm dying.
Can you breathe?
Oh my god, barely. Yes, I'm helping you with
You muted
I don't know
yourself.
what. Power. Take 2 help. I'm
Okay,
bulldozing that snow
great.
out the way to find the curb.
Reinforcing the curb.
Reinforce the curb. Curb with the road, Sean. Curb with the road. You said base odds 3?
4.
4.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
I had to see how many 6s you had before I
You
could offer.
did.
Yeah, so there are wolves howling and sort of pursuing you, but you are able to follow the curb and outrun them. So you're sort of hounded by them, but they don't actually ever catch you. And you're sort of sprinting down the mountain. And you make it back to Hochen in great time, all things considered.
Do the wolves like stop once we pass the perimeter of chanting? Okay,
Yes.
great. So we can,
You
slow down.
happen to walk by Brother Wayne. He's on one of the little crates. He says, "Welcome back to Hochen."
Can we just keep him on retainer as a permanent greeter?
I was gonna say, what a good grader. They need to hire
Yeah.
you at
Yeah.
Ye Old Wall.
Ye old wall shop.
You've got an upgrade, Brother Wirt. You're on a crate now. I mean, Brother Wayne.
Yes, I have been doing this for some time now, so they have bequeathed me this comfortable wooden crate.
A throne, one might say.
Mm,
Anyways. Goodbye.
Are they still at the Wedge's house, Brother Wayne?
yes,
Great.
perfect.
We're
And
still
then you,
holding the sword in between us. We ran
of
down the
course.
mountain all the way.
you bust into the Witch's house, sword in hands, interrupting a committee meeting.
It's a big dramatic shock as everybody turns around
We've
and looks at
arrived.
the snow blowing in.
Yeah, snow swirls in. throw off
Ooh,
the scarf that's protecting the fills.
that is a lovely sword.
There's something wrong with this sword, Wirt.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. I was
It
trying to
ain't
be
right.
trying to be reinforcing. What's wrong with it? What's
It doesn't work.
Okay,
you just
to
need
be
to?
clear, it works as a regular, beautiful,
It
wonderful
doesn't
sword.
work.
It's not magic.
Oh, I see.
But
I see.
I've worked that all out. I just need to kill somebody with it, and then it'll be fine.
What? Who? Why? What?
Where's Hazel?
He's
Well,
not wrong.
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
Does she have a
Oh.
vile heart?
What are you talking about? Go back to the beginning.
Killing
There is
people or
no
Hazel?
beginning.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
one
Did
with
you
the
just say we're
universe. There is
killing
no
Hazel?
beginning. There is no end.
I said killing people or Hazel. Go back to the beginning.
Killing people. Why do you need to kill somebody?
It's in the poem.
I have taken us out of the committee.
I was like, are we doing this in front of the
Is this
committee?
the- is
I
this
was
the
about to be
killing
like, we can
people
get a
committee?
committee on in on this.
Who
We
has
are
the
in the
The
vilest
vile
heart?
heart finding committee.
It's just the beauty committee.
Okay, it was in a poem. What the poem that told us how to make the sword?
Mhm.
We have to
Well-
find a vile heart.
Yes, because the Duchess used a pure heart to power the frost sword, and now we need a vile heart to power.
It's the balance of
summer sword.
opposites. Yeah. You
I
fight.
suppose there's logic to that. The seasons.
I will. Okay, I'll give you this. On your way down the mountain, you've been ruminating.
I
You
meditated.
go. Yeah, you've been meditating. This is why you're getting this information. So
I almost died.
the pure heart is a heart that has never sinned, and the vile heart is a heart that has only ever sinned.
Who do we know that has only ever sinned?
The rudest baby.
The rudest
Oh, we need
baby.
a baby. Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe that we can corrupt from the get go.
Give us 9 months. We're coming, Duchess. All right. Okay. So who is truly vile? Let's think. The Duchess.
Yeah.
So
Can't fight her with a dud sword.
okay, that's fair, I suppose.
The whole point of getting this sword was to equal the other sword.
Yeah, I hear you. So who's
The only
who's
other vile
second
people
place?
were that doctor I punched to death, Gutrug,
Mm-hmm.
Stravit.
maybe Stravit.
Just what's the poem say?
The
Something,
poem
something, a vile heart consumed. Something.
says,
Do you know it, or do I
That.
need to tell you?
I have it written down. The long season lingers with a vile heart consumed. Doesn't say it has to be a beating heart.
Yeah, let's.
I think there's still evidence that a dead heart could work.
So let's go find wherever Stravit got mangled and look for
Do we have a
Stravit
demon
bits.
heart laying around?
Demon heart laying
Do
around.
we have a demon still around?
No.
I have a vial of blood.
I
It's
mean,
in a
I
vial.
think these homonyms are a good way to go, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better than tricking a prophecy by using a word that sounds the same
Pour the black blood onto Stravit's heart.
and then stab it.
Yes. I think this is as good
Worth
a
a
place
shot.
to start as any. Yeah.
Is there a way to tell religions? They're all about sin. Is there a way to tell who's a
That's
sinner
true.
and who's not?
Yes. There's this
Is there a test?
crown artifact that the church uses.
Besides that doesn't
Yeah.
work. No, that's
We don't
gone.
like that one.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know. Usually it comes in
You
the form
have
of
weepy
confession.
hands.
What is that supposed to mean?
Where did that come
Blood
from?
hands.
Yes. What?
You should be able to figure these things out.
What I'm telling you is that there's no mortal test for sin. Only the divine can tell if someone is pure of heart. We could line up everyone in town and
just
could
kill them
pray to
all
them.
And
and hope.
and then we will be the vile hearts, so we
Yes.
can kill
And then
ourselves.
There you
us.
go. There you
Perfect.
go. Problem solved. Short of preying on this issue and interrogating every person in town and having them consent to confession, I don't know that we can find.
Is it
Somebody
really
who's-
confession if it's under penalty of or promise of death?
I think the church would agree with that.
So, but are we pretty solid on the like a demon is a vile heart thing?
Yes,
It would
that
seem
sounds great.
to be part of the name.
Okay, all right.
Do you have a demon heart just laying around that we can use?
Not laying around. No, I don't think so. But
Okay,
I
well,
mean, we
let's-
could.
Can we
Look
find
for-
something
look
a
for
little bit
one.
more? Yeah, let's. What
Can,
about the
can
bear?
you look for demons?
Do we have a demon tracking homing system? How many
I
more
don't-
demons within this one
I also
valley
have
can
a
we
plus
find?
1 Glousman. I don't know what that would get us here. We have a Glousman artifact.
Well, I like the idea of a demon being a strong contender.
Can we
barring that-
trick- Wait. You've told us about the demon of your religion, whatever its
consort?
name is.
Consort?
The consort.
Yes.
Can we stab it?
Oh, no,
Why not?
because he was smitten by the lady. Smited.
Moted.
Smote.
Who told us
Smart.
that the consort needed to exist for balance? Somebody told us.
Clotho,
Clotho.
Clotho said
B-
that.
B-man. That doesn't mean we can't stab him.
You don't
Hazel, are
need
you
a
down
heart.
here?
No.
She's up in her room, play sparring with nothing.
With my
Mhm.
brother.
Mm.
Who has an actual sword?
Well,
Yeah.
we should go. I like pull my half of the sword.
I pull my half.
Let's go show Hazel. She might have ideas. And I still have the fills to give her.
Oh, the fills.
And I go, look, brother, we're bees. You like bees.
Yes, bees are wonderful. They're delightful creatures
Yeah,
who
these
are
can
hard
do
workers.
magic and talk.
That's better than a regular bee. Yes.
Don't show them to Clotho. Might take them.
Okay, yeah.
Fine. I will pray and see if I can divine the location of some foul beast or demon in the valley. You go
Great.
speak with Hazel.
Okay, so as you guys go upstairs, we'll do a roll for Brother Wirt.
Mm-hmm.
This will definitely work.
Doesn't it always?
What are you rolling? Guidance?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're searching for information on where something is, so that feels
So I'm 5.
bum. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 1 persona on this. And I'll spend a fate to re-roll a 6. Or sorry, a traitor. There we go.
Nice.
5 out of 5.
Nice. All it took was you shade shifting faith to have it.
To
Start
just be
working.
able to do a faith roll.
Mm-hmm. So you are praying to the lady. You're sort of sitting down with your bloody hands, and you sort of like lay them out in front of you, and you just sort of let her guide you, and you start sort of moving your hands, and you're like, I don't know, drawing with blood on the floor.
Mhm.
It's real chill. And as you finish, you look at what you've drawn and blood, and it is like a pretty good drawing of the Woach's house. And the meaning you get from this is it becomes clear to you that there is a demon inside of the Woach's house.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's the Woached. Martine has weaponized incompetence to be vile.
It's not a sin to be adult.
Is
Okay.
in his case.
Well, let's hope for the black blood on Strabit's heart path first. Let's hope that's
Okay.
better.
And upstairs, you guys walk into the room that Hazel has determined is her own.
Great. Hazel!
Ragaire, did you find the thing?
Yeah, I found 2 things.
Did you make the sword?
Sword is here,
Nice.
Sword is here.
sort of working.
Why are you both
But
holding it?
also got you the spells
Can I see it?
summoning the sword.
It's broke.
It's broke.
We have joint
in
custody over the sword
The
at the
repair
moment.
shop at the moment.
Can I touch it?
I'm like, Phil, this is my friend, and I'm like, go say hi.
Distract her quickly.
She likes magic too.
You have 2 bees on your ears now.
Why are there bees, Ragaire? I didn't ask you for bees.
Oh, these are magic bees. This is the summoning spell. Phil 1 knows that Phil 2 is really good at summoning, so we brought them along so they can help you with your summoning spell.
Hello,
Hi.
I recognize you.
Oh yeah?
I'm Philomena Buzz. Nice to meet you. I'm also Philomena Buzz. Nice to meet you.
They're a hive mind.
Why do you have the same name? It doesn't matter. You can teach me summoning?
No, I am summoning. I'm also summoning, but a different type of summoning.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? That's what I do.
Uh-huh.
That's what I also do.
What do you mean by different type of summoning?
I summon different things. And I summon 2 people.
Okay.
Exclusively 2 people.
Wow, so specific.
In the past, Clotho's used me. I've summoned 2 people, but it didn't work very well, so I traded places with 2 of them. And in the past, Clotho was required to use me to summon, and there were 3 demons.
Oh.
Hmm.
Like
Can
a
I offer
candy.
my services?
No, we don't want you. What?
We do need vile hearts.
Can I
Okay.
offer my services?
Yeah. I do want your services. What do you need to summon? Why did it go wrong before?
Oh, summoning doesn't work here.
Like in Hochen?
In the valley?
Why?
I don't know. It did, and then it didn't.
When?
When?
Yeah. When did it
In the
stop?
past?
At least how many minutes ago?
A good number. I don't know. I've only done my summoning once, and it didn't work.
How do you know it did work then?
No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But it did in the past.
But you've only done it once.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Demon summoning bee.
Millimeter buzz at your service.
What, were you supposed to summon 3 demons?
I was contractually obligated to.
Why?
I don't summon them. I just am the summoning for them.
What does that mean?
Man, the rules of summoning are like nothing but like the rules for sorcery.
No, nothing.
I'll let you make a check to discern information from these bees.
Okay.
Sorcery wise would work. Summoning wise would work. Other things like I don't know, like obscure, not obscure history, but like esoteric. Anything you have that's
I can do summoning wise.
okay. We'll do op 2.
I will do a linked test with astrology. 'Cause why
Okay.
not?
That's why not.
Right?
Nice.
Oh, 6. Nope. Okay. Then we'll just see. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So you start asking questions and discerning information from these bees, and they tell you, they say, we don't help with summoning, we are summoning. Clotho created us with the summoning, and that's what we are. That's what we do. And so like his way of doing magic is to like make the spells, manifesting these bees,
Okay.
and these bees are the spells. And that is what they do.
Wow.
They sort of contain all of the required power inside themselves. Their little bee body.
It's so impractical.
Yeah. He's an insane tiny man.
He's a bee whisperer. Why would he need to be practical?
He's making bee homunculi over here.
Do they have more information about why the summoning stopped working in the past? When?
Yeah. Yeah. They say it wasn't too long ago, maybe a year. There were 2 people, and they didn't like summoning. They were in competition, so they stopped others from appearing. So I couldn't do it anymore. And I tried and it didn't work.
You tried and you summoned 3 demons instead. Is that what happened?
No, I tried to summon the demons, but it didn't work as it should have.
Why did you try to summon demons? We haven't gotten to the bottom
Oh.
of that.
Oh, that's what I do.
But why?
That's what I do. You begin to understand. The bee doesn't have any understanding of why it would do it. That's just what it was. When he summoned demons, he created this bee. So this bee doesn't understand why it was created, other than to do this.
Well, I don't know why Clotho's summoning demons. That doesn't seem like a very insane man with bees thing to do.
Could have been forced by the Duchess. Did seem to know the demon.
Maybe he got more insane from the demon summoning.
When did he become tiny? Do you guys know that?
No, he was tiny before they were created.
No, them.
Oh.
Whoa, yeah. He said the Duchess made him tiny when he complained about not having enough food to eat. That
What?
was not that long ago, I thought. So I would have thought the bees would know him when he was big, but
Phil and Phil are babies.
Bees
Yes.
only live 35 days on average.
These are magic bees, magic summoning bees. They live longer than that, I think.
Okay, well, who are these two people that were in competition and stopped summoning? That doesn't sound like a very cool thing to do.
The bees don't. They just.
I
know
am
there are
not
two
asking
people.
the bees.
Why would we know that?
I
I
don't
don't do
know.
magic.
You've been in the valley. Who are the two
Not
people
that long.
that are two powerful
Maybe
people in competition?
Stravit and the Duchess? I don't know.
That seems unlikely. The Duchess is higher up than Stravit.
Yeah,
And
wasn't
Stravit didn't
Stravit
summon.
like just a guy?
He just did necromancy.
I mean, I don't magic and magic.
Maybe Gutrung?
Wasn't he also just a guy? Can't just stop summoning.
I mean, technically, the Duchess is just a woman.
Not
Just
from
has
what
a
you
magic
all have
sword.
told me about her.
Well, that's because
Henry.
she has a magic sword.
Doesn't she also have like a magic super dimensional stomach or something like pouch?
I mean, she has magic of some kind. On top of a magic sword. She's a double threat.
Brother Wirt, when did your religion get here? Was it a year ago?
Hundreds of years ago.
Oh.
He says from the downstairs area.
He's
Brother
down here.
Wirt! Brother Wirt!
Could it have been? Could it have been the consort and the lady?
It happened a year ago. That's not very long.
I don't know. Consort is fickle and strange.
I guess Clotho said he could do the summoning now, so maybe he knows something we don't and it's safe to do. What's the worst thing that can happen? Me and Ash just disappear?
I mean, a lot of
and
things.
then you get your friends back, and then you do it again with the same bee?
You might drown. The whole thing's underwater now, we
Oh,
think.
that's true.
Maybe.
I don't
She
think you
might go
can
into a
drown
mirror
in like
instead.
a mirror, yeah.
That's true.
Don't roll those dice.
I was supposed to hide those. Wait,
Jesus,
Oi!
that's a lot of
well,
D6s.
ignore those.
The secret number is 40.
Secret number is
40
40.
is-
There are 40 bees.
40 bees.
40 bees.
Okay. Ada,
Yeah.
as Hazel is having this conversation with the bees, please make a power check.
Oh.
There's no op. No,
No
power fort. I'll let you choose.
Well, that's an easy choice. Well, it depends. Can I get a difficult test from this fort roll?
The ob. Yeah, probably.
It's a hidden ob
It's
for me to
currently it's going to be a versus.
fail? Oh,
Yes.
great. We'll roll power. That's more fun. Jesus, good job.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, I'm worried.
Ragaire, please roll speed.
Okay.
Job is 2.
Can I add anything into that, or is that taken care of?
You can spend whatever you want.
Put in 3 persona.
I don't think you need that much help.
2 persona. I'll save one. I'll live. I'll live.
Just put in a fate. Just sprinkle in a little fate in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're sort of confused, Ada, at this whole conversation that's happening, suddenly Ragaire, quick as something that's fast, yanks the sword out of your hand.
Quick as an elf.
I wait
you,
till
like-
you're the most confused.
Yeah, the most confused. And Ragaire yoinks the sword out of your hand. You whip around to look at Ragaire, and we'll go on break.
Oh,
Ragaire's gone rogue.
Ragaire has gone rogue. We'll be back. And we're back. And we have talked so much science on the break. And we all understood everything. Okay. We will pick back up. So, Ragaire, you have wrenched the sword away from Ada. You now have sole custody.
Ragaire,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Don't worry, everything will be fine.
We have joint custody.
I take sword and I stab myself through the heart.
Oh my god.
So, you watch in horror as Ragaire takes your only child and stabs himself with it. Ragaire, please make a check of some type. I'm
How should this
thinking
work?
I'm thinking you could do sword and fork in sorcery wise. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Or demonology if you have demonology.
Don't have demonology. That would make too much sense. Okay. Sword, fork.
I'll call it Ob 3 sword. And you can do with it what you want. It's not too hard to stab yourself.
Okay. Sword, I'll fork in sorcery wise. If I'm
Depends.
forking in, though, that only gives 1, we said, right?
Forking
Yeah.
applies to the 5+ rule.
It
No.
does? I thought.
No,
that's only helping.
that's helping.
Oh, is it? Oh.
We turn to you for rules. You can't be messing them up.
A whole
He's
camp
tricking
doesn't
us
say that.
today.
Two.
He's tricking us. You said Ob 3.
Uh-huh.
Sure, I'll use my last person.
Oh, fork. You can get +2 from fork, but it has to be 7 or higher.
Oh, geez.
That's fine. I'm like, don't worry, everything will be fine. And I just go for the gold.
I
and
don't believe you.
Angle it straight at heart and demon wound.
Nice.
Got some 6s there.
Yeah,
What about
is that going to get
successes
me?
over?
Why is
I
your
don't
sword
know.
open-ended?
Oh. Your short sword should not be open-ended
Oh, it should
anymore.
not. I think I did because I got blessed one time in the hand. Okay.
I think you still are 4s successes.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, this would
then-
be the same as spending a fate on it.
Okay, I'll just take a fade out then.
So Ragaire stabs himself, starts bleeding, falls to the ground.
Yeah. Ada screams Ragaire and then runs over.
Yeah.
And is like, what are you doing? Are you conscious? I mean, I don't understand. You stab yourself in the heart. How quickly do you die? Are you dead?
So Ragaire stabbed himself, fall to the ground. You see sort of the color fading from them.
Before we get too far into this, is it safe to say that there's a commotion?
I scream Ragaire at the
Wirt-
top of my lungs.
Wirt
Yes.
runs upstairs.
Okay. Perfect. I think you arrive as Ada is sitting there,
Like rushed
above
over to try and
Ragaire.
like cradle Ragaire's body. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this honestly, Ada, and I want you to answer honestly. Are you going over to comfort Ragaire or to take the sword?
I'm not going over to take the sword. I know
Okay.
where the sword is. The sword knows where it is at all times, and the sword is impaled into Ragaire's heart. I'm going over there, and also Ada knows that pulling the weapon out of the wound is usually the worst option of all options. So
Yes.
Ada is currently trying to figure out how to staunch this wound, assuming that Ragaire is still alive, because I don't think she's had time to check for vitals.
No. So you're going over. There's like a little bit of blood. I assume you like we'll say you rip Ragaire's shirt open to look at the wound.
Yeah, sure.
And there's like some blood, but not as much as you'd expect for someone having like impaled themselves through the heart with it. And you notice it's like retracting and like going into the
The
sword. Like
blood's
the little bit of
retracting?
blood that's around the wound is like going into the sword. Ragaire's past him.
Okay.
Befuddled, Ada checks your vitals. I guess. To make sure that you're. I don't know.
A medicine check?
Usually the heart beats and the blood comes out.
That is normally how blood works.
Is the heart beating and it's going into the sword? She's very confused. Do I have medicine?
Does medicine exist? I don't think
I have
medicine's a real
herbalism?
skill. Or we'll say herbalism. We'll count that.
Okay.
Vitals, 1.
Perfect. Walk in the park. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I'm under distress.
You're
Ragaire
just
is
so
dead.
upset.
Yeah, Ragaire's dead.
I'm dead.
Ada starts crying.
How could you?
She's cradling your head and she's like, Ragaire, why did you stab yourself? I can't handle sole custody of this sword. It's too much responsibility.
Wirt is gonna grab Ada by the shoulders and shake her.
What
Together.
are you doing?
Together, pull out the sword.
No! Wirt, you idiot!
The sword.
You pull out the sword.
I
No,
can't. I
no,
have
I'll
to-
pull out the sword.
Thank you.
Ada grips the sword and it's like sword in the Ragaire and she pulls with all of her might.
Make
This is
a
fable.
power.
I would love to.
We're gonna say op 4.
I would love to. You know what? Maybe we won't do that. I'll spend 2%.
Now, again, I can't tell if you're spending this for Ragaire or so that you have sole custody of the sword.
It's all one and the same. I just admitted to not wanting sole custody. Okay. Okay, I have an argument to make.
Uh-huh.
I have
Is this backbreaking labor?
backbreaking labor.
Somebody's back's
I
going.
have
Don't
a
break
call
my
on
back.
for performing hard labor. I think pulling a sword out of a body is hard labor. It's a sword in the stone metaphor.
I'll let you because the sword is not coming out of Ragaire. Like you,
I mean, you
okay, I'll say this, but you have to go with the flavor that I put on it. It doesn't come out, and so then you like stand up, put a boot on Ragaire's face, and
I imagine on like Ragaire's abdomen, maybe closer, so I'm not breaking Ragaire's neck as I try to get it. Maybe I use the ribs for a little bit of leverage.
You have to. You step on. All dignity's gone. You're like, the sword's not coming. You fucking step on Ragaire, trying to yank the sword
I
out.
want the sword really badly.
Oh my god.
Yes, I will yank that sword again. And I will
You can do it, Ada.
re-roll.
I've always believed in you.
Oh my gosh, it's like he's still alive. I can hear his voice.
His eyes are open. His mouth is moving.
My eyes are closed. Tears still
With every
streaming
yank,
out.
with every yank, it's like my mouth moves.
Another gasp of breath.
You didn't the heart.
can't-
You went
Yeah,
into your
you're
nervous
doing
system.
CPR from the inside. You're really like doing compressions from the inside.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my gosh. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Boot on Ragaire. You yank this sword clean out of Ragaire. There's like this suctioning sound.
I don't like
Like when someone has a straw and they're trying to get the last little bits of their drink. You
Yeah.
hear that as you pull the sword out of Ragaire. And you notice on where the stab wound went through Ragaire, there's like the thin red line, reminiscent of the blue line that went across Wirt when he was by Wintertide. And you're now holding the sword.
Is there a physical wound?
No.
Oh,
Have I made a vampire sword? I mean,
I don't like Logan's silence. I'm so concerned. If there's no physical wound, I
There's
think
no
Wirt
physical
is
wound.
he's just like trying to rouse Ragaire, but I mean he was ready to put his hands on him and like add his blood to the situation.
Ragaire's regaining some
yucky.
color. You're like trying to assess if there's like a grave mortal wound that needs healing. Ragaire is a man of few clothes. He's been wearing sort of the same
Truly.
coat the entire time.
Yeah.
As you're like doing a once over, you notice there's like he has like not a feather boa, but like the collar is now like trimmed with like feathers.
What did you have, a Sailor Moon transformation while I was yanking a sword out of your heart?
Yeah, I did. Don't you want fighting evil by moonlight, Sean?
Feather. Oh. But where did you get these feathers from? Yeah, Ada is just still stunned. I think she sheathes the sword
Mm-hmm.
for later inspection.
It's
And then
hot to the
Neil's-
touch now.
Great. It's got an attitude. Okay. I kneel down next to Ragaire again with Wirt, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
and I'm like, he seems okay. There's
I
I don't understand.
there's no blood. There's no. I don't know. And like shaking Ragaire and doing
Yeah, I was like,
slaps on the
slap, slap.
face.
Yeah, you slap him.
Salts. Give me smelling salts. Someone, please, please. Just like looking around the room, trying to find anything to wake Ragaire up.
No one has smelling salts on hand, I'll say that.
Not
All right.
not
I don't know.
conveniently on hand.
Ragaire is breathing. You feel a heartbeat. They just seem
I'm like
unconscious.
Sleeping Beauty.
Fuck her up. I mean, he seems fine. And now he's got this red mark, which is like exactly. Do you still have that blue mark, or did it go away?
Yes.
I think you do.
That was-
Yeah, it's right there. Right
Right,
there.
still-
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Across that.
compare scars.
Mine's far more impressive.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very masculine endeavor right now. The testosterone has gone through the roof.
We're famous mask daddy.
Ragaire in feather boa.
Yeah, it's very mask coded. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go test this sword real quick.
Wirt is getting Ragaire up onto a bed and like ice packs, heated things, all kinds of stuff. Trying everything. Wipe the sweat off their brow and then like dunk them in a bucket of ice water. Like we're trying everything here.
Okay. Yeah. We'll come back to that. Ada, you left with the sword?
Yeah, Ada is like, I think, slowly in sort of a daze, making her way. You know, a lot has happened in the last couple moments.
In the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, basically. So she's kind of like almost stumbling down the stairs in a semi-dazed, drunken manner. But at the same time, I think she's like not fully unsheathing the blade, but sort of like pulling it out a little bit to sort of look at it indoors before she goes outside and finds something to destroy.
Okay.
Assuming this works.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of cutting Wayne's crate, but that seems a little dangerous, so I'll stick with a tree at the moment.
Okay. You're just gonna try and cut the tree?
Yeah. It is an untrained swordswoman too. Sword is not her weapon. She's never actually fought with one probably before, so she's sort of just
Does what?
Yeah, we lost all that.
oh, draws the blade and just
Uh-huh.
hacks
Okay.
at the tree.
You hack the tree. It goes through as if the tree is not there. Just like glides through this tree. There's a thin red mark through the tree. Any bit of the tree that is above that is just like dry and desiccated. It looks like firewood that has just been left out for years.
That's not what I was expecting. See, and the red mark just sits there, or does it like fade eventually?
No.
Well, it's not very inconspicuous. I'll give it that. Sort of like knocks on the tree, maybe just to see, really sort of make sure she understands what's going on.
You knock on the tree and it like slides down and falls over.
samurai style.
Hmm.
Well, that. I'll take that at least. And she will carefully sheath that sword for heading back inside. We have a working sword and a not working swordsman. Elf. Sword's elf.
I was about to correct you, but you caught on.
You're unconscious. Go away.
I guess that's some consolation. What does the sword do?
I don't really know. It
Okay.
seems to cut things, and it dries them up?
We've gone on less
Question
before,
mark?
so
I cut a tree, the top half turned into firewood.
oh, like it. Okay, so it's like a
Didn't
flaming
burst
sword.
into flames.
Oh,
Turned into ready to be burned firewood, as in dry.
I see.
And withered, maybe, is a good word.
Okay. I assume we've seen no change at all in Ragaire.
Nope. You can make a check of some type.
Demonology. How about?
Heal him?
Are you trying to gather information, or treat?
To gather information. It seems like there's nothing to treat, right?
Okay, demonology will work. We'll do up to.
Can I? I don't think I have anything to fork in. I keep thinking meditation says medicine, and that would be great, but it doesn't. Oof, nothing.
Yeah, you.
Comparing the red line to the blue line, we get
It looks similar,
inconclusive results.
but you're like, Ragaire's not a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You're still pretty confident about that.
Okay.
Wasn't anyone else who warned you about Ragaire? Who
Am
might
I
know
in
something?
Hazel's bed? Did you just put me in Hazel's bed? I'm just curious where I am in the.
Yeah, we're in a bedroom
Hazel's
upstairs
bed.
at the Loach. Yeah, like I don't think anybody has claim to this bed, but now it's Ragaire's. I
It's
guess
Martine's room or Martine's house.
yeah. It doesn't, but it's the Wojt's house. It's communal property. It's the people's house.
He's
Okay.
borrowing it.
Well, yeah. Let's go get Willow then, and see if we can clear up what she meant by "Ooh, that elf got them evil in him."
I mean, maybe he doesn't got that evil in him anymore. Could be in the
That would be
sword.
great. It's gonna take a Willow to find out.
So you two are going to get Willow?
Don't
Okay.
worry, I'll watch Ragaire. No
Yeah, so they go
problem.
downstairs. You are left in here alone
I'm
with
sitting
Ragaire
in
and
a
Ash.
rocking chair in the corner. During Ragaire's stabbing, there was shock. And then it all kind of settled out. And now I'm sitting in a rocking chair in the corner, talking to the bees. Like, I get told off if I cast a spell on one crazy old man, but then he stabs himself, and that's all okay.
Wow, that's crazy! Whoa!
Assume this is
bees
the
are
first
so
time you've seen
empathetic.
someone stab themselves, so trauma response. Gossiping.
You guys run downstairs. Willow is part of the committee meeting, and it says, all in favor of adding curbs to all the roads in town, say aye. Aye, it's unanimous.
Marcy, tick over again here. Willow, I like grab her hand. Come on, we're going up. Come on, nope.
We're going upstairs. Okay.
Yep.
What are
And
you
up
doing,
the
brother?
stairs. Okay, Ragaire stabbed himself with
What?
a sword. Yes.
Why?
I don't understand what happened, but you know how I told you about how I got cut with the sword of Wintertide and it left a blue line? Ragaire got
What's
stabbed.
blue?
Yes. Okay. Well, yes. Anywho, Ragaire stabbed himself through the heart with
Oh,
Summer Song, and we don't know what to do. He's fine.
Is
He's
he-
not.
oh.
He's not bleeding. There's no physical wound. There's only this colored scar. He's breathing. He's just unconscious.
You should have come to
You
get me
said-
sooner. Let me take a look.
I got you as soon as we could.
It's only been like 2 minutes, ma'am.
She goes over to Ragaire, sort of examines him, pats him, listens to him breathe, feels his
You-
pulse.
You said he had some evil energy about him. What?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that. What?
She
what did
sort
you
of like
sense?
pulls up Ragaire's shirt, and there's like this wound that looks like it's a couple weeks old, like scabbed over. Because this right here, Ragaire had this terribly evil wound, and it's gone.
Okay, the wound is there.
The wound is here, but the evil is gone.
I have made an evil sword. Good.
What? How did this happen? He just stabbed himself?
Yes, without warning. Apparently, I was downstairs when it happened.
If you can wake him up, you can ask him some questions.
What? Slaps Ragaire across the face. Oh, this is beyond my means.
That hasn't worked previously.
Give up
Good
so
job
fast.
abusing our friend.
Okay, well,
Whatever this was, it was a great act of healing.
Sure.
we've seen far stranger things, I suppose. Is the sword, Willow? Does this sword seem evil now?
Just let me touch it.
Ada, please,
Ada's hesitant.
please.
Fine.
She touches it and she says, "No, I don't sense any evil." Did you give her the sword, or are you holding the sword?
No, I'm holding the sword. It is sheathed. She's touching whatever she
Yes.
can touch.
Mm-hmm. She says, "No, there's no evil in this sword. What if you give this to Ragaire?" Don't stab him. That would be crazy.
Last time I gave it to him, he did stab himself. He wanted to make me a single parent.
I don't. If he stabbed himself and he went into this stupor, maybe
Fine. And then Ada walks over, kind of shoves it onto his chest, and then like puts his arms on it, like Viking funeral style.
Boromir
sort of
style?
thing. Yeah, exactly. So he's clutching the hilt of the sword.
There's an explosion when you give Ragaire this sword. Not like
Ew.
not like an explosion, but like a burst of air out. And you like are cover your eyes, and then you.
Oh, me.
Ragaire, you come to, but you're not yourself. You are seeing the world so much clearer, which is weird because you're an elf.
Yeah, that is weird.
So like this is
Possible.
even clearer for you. And you also are smaller than you once were. And
How small is smaller?
like 3 feet tall.
Love that. Love that for me.
And you all look up, like after this blast of air and feathers, you look and there's like this
Feathers.
red eagle standing where Ragaire used to be.
Willow, you've turned my friend into a bird! A chicken!
Hey, I can do that.
And then
Can you
Ragaire,
turn it back?
I didn't do this.
No, I can't turn them back.
Ragaire, you then after a moment you sort of like return to your original form and you're holding the sword.
I
What,
stumble.
you just back to being an elf again? What?
Yeah,
I think
but
it's
now
like
she
one
has
faints.
a lot, like her coat is like really trimmed with like these extravagant feathers. There's like feathers in his hair.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Did have a Sailor Moon.
Why don't I get Sailor Moon transformation for partial custody of this sword?
You gotta stab yourself with a demon
There's like
wound.
one feather on my shoulder that I blow off.
I'm just like, what is happening? I
You
was
need
ready
to tell
die.
us!
Why did you stab yourself?
Why did you turn into a bird?
Why did you turn back?
Do I have
Give me
any
back the
insight
sword.
into this at all, or am I just confused?
You're not confused. I mean, like it felt right to be a bird, and like when you wanted to be an elf, you turned back into an elf. And at this moment, you feel like you could turn back into a bird if you so chose.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna turn back into a bird and then back into an elf just for fun.
What you? As well.
I was not prepared for Sarah Bird
Sound
noises
effects.
tonight.
Yeah, Sarah Bird
You
effects.
haven't experienced the Sarah animal noises yet.
That's true.
Infamous.
We have a long history of Sarah animal noises.
And then I turned back into an elf and I said, well, that's fun.
For you.
I can be an eagle now? I thought I was gonna die. Oh, this is such a weight off my mind, man.
Next time, before you stab yourself, why don't you talk to any of us?
Ada, no, it was
You wouldn't
fine.
have
We
let
needed
her stab himself.
No, it was for the
You
mission.
don't know that.
I knew you could carry on the mission with the sword if it worked, and I had the demon wound, which I think is better
You
now.
had
I
a
feel good.
demon wound.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Willow
says.
Yeah, Willow.
Shut up, Willow.
High five, Willow. I like take her hand and Man, I feel great. Ada, I can see all of your pores.
That's not a good thing.
I mean, I can see all of Wirt's pores too. And Hazel's, and she's all the way in the rocking chair over there.
Just rocking away.
I'm gonna age 60 years over there.
I think this is the best thing I've ever done.
I mean, it's certainly the most dramatic.
Okay, well, we're just gonna table this discussion for a little while. But since you can turn into a bird and see everyone's pores,
The
I
two
think it's time
superpowers.
we put this all to good use and go investigate the Great Suck.
So, question about the
Uh-huh.
sword. When I'm an
Yeah.
eagle, is the sword with me?
Yes.
Am I, like,
you
holding
can
it in
only
my
turn
eagle
into an
claws?
eagle. No, you're not wielding it. You can only turn into an eagle when you have the sword, and it's just becomes part of
It
you.
becomes part of me. It is one.
Yes.
We are one, the sword and I.
Hmm.
Okay, great. Yeah. If I go out, okay, so I'll go downstairs. I'm
Hmm.
feeling great. I want to see what's happening outside with my special eyes now that I have even
Pretty
better
good vision,
vision.
yeah.
But I'm also curious how the storm reacts to me now that the sword is awakened. And
It's similar to when you had Spring, the spirit of summer.
okay, so it shelters me and like anyone in the bubble, essentially, of the sword.
The sword, not
Yeah.
necessarily you.
Okay, yeah, the bubble of the sword then.
Hmm.
Okay, great.
Unless she's in eagle form, in which case she is the bubble.
Correct.
I am the bubble.
I will say
Okay.
mechanically you have the call-on trait Eagle Eyes. You just
Love
have
that.
that trait.
Great. So yeah, I want to hop onto the roof, the highest point I can get to, I guess, and kind of like see if I can investigate that area we saw before on the mountain
Yeah.
and see if
We'll
I can see
say
any better.
Ob. What was it earlier? It was Ob 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ob 3 perception.
And I'm gonna do it carefully now because I have a little more protection and there's no rush.
Hmm.
I'm feeling refreshed.
You've never felt better.
I've never felt better, and I was high on like some demon energy for a little while, so that was pretty good.
Nice. Yeah. So you could see this um, building. You take a closer look at it now with your new enhanced vision. And it seems to be like Disney castle style. Like there are minarets. It's like a fine looking palace. And you can see it is sort of made of some white material. And it's still sort of growing. Like you can see the towers, they're not finished, they're still growing. But now
Can I
it's been a
tell
while and you can see that
how
there
it's
are
growing?
towers now.
Yeah, can
It's
I
like the clouds are
making
The
snow or
precipitating
whatever.
tower.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
precipitating tower, and we're assuming the suction is bringing more material in for the tower, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you can assume that.
I'll assume that. Great, I love making assumptions. Um, cool. And same wolf. I see wolf clouds.
Yep, there's still the similar wolf motif.
Okay, great. What's the rate of growth?
More than a normal building grows by itself.
Is it
Non-zero,
exponentially
apparently.
faster,
Can we
or
do
is it steady?
science
Is it
on
No, it's pretty
the rate of
steady.
growth?
It's
Okay.
steady.
Okay, so it's steady. Great. So I can assume from what I know early in the day and from what it looks like now that like in a couple hours it'll be this much bigger or
Mhm.
that kind of a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And is there like a path or anything leading to this castle in the mountain by
Not that you
Busan?
can tell right now, but you just sort of see it up on the mountain.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I
you're
hop back down.
outside. Hazel, you're still inside in your rocking chair.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You got two
Rocket.
bees and a brother.
I tell the bees. No, this does make sense because you know how they were saying the Duchess, there was a wolf and there's also a moose, but the Duchess isn't the moose, so the Duchess must be the wolf with the sword.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Is it normal bees for somebody to stab themselves and then turn into magical fairy elf?
No, when we stab someone, that's the end. Rip.
Wow. It's a hard life.
Yeah.
What a thrilling conversation.
I don't know. I'll go downstairs and join a committee. I feel lost.
Want to talk to Cloth though?
No.
Well, then we'll hop back outside.
Yeah, where's Ada at this point?
Outside yelling at Ragaire while he's on the roof.
Get off the roof.
Get off the roof, Ragaire! You just stabbed yourself. You can't be up there.
He's
Don't
fine.
turn into a bird
I
to avoid
see.
me.
Shh, Ada. Listen, Ada, listen. Okay, so that castle, it's growing. It's still there. It's growing at a steady rate, though, so that's something. I bet
There's
the
a
Duchess
growing
is there.
castle off in the distance.
Yeah.
We
I
knew
don't know
about
what you
that.
can see.
Well, I haven't. I've just been upstairs. I don't know nothing about no castle, ma'am.
There's a growing castle. If you look right over there, and I point at an infinitesimal point in the horizon, and
I
I'm
see
like,
nothing.
I'm like, that's a mountain. There's a castle that's growing. That's the big suck. The center point of that is right there. That's where all the wind is going. Clouds, wolf heads, swirling around castle building itself and getting bigger.
Okay.
That's
like
what we
some
got.
kind of sucture.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great term. I bet that's where the Duchess is.
I agree. That makes a lot of sense. Ada, this sword seems empowered.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as I know.
Should we just confront the Duchess?
I think we should stab her.
Do we have anything else to do?
I jump
I
down
think it's time.
and then I hang down upside down through the window that I know Hazel is in, and I go, Hazel! We're going to
What?
stab a Duchess!
I'm not good at stabbing, and Brother Wirt said I can't do things to people that are bad. I have to stay here.
Do you have to stay here for real?
No.
I think you would like stabbing. You
but
always wanted to meet the Duchess.
You'll be stabbing adjacent. Only one person will be doing the stabbing, and it's a sword. It's made for slicing.
Don't listen to Ada. She's just a little testy that I stabbed myself with a sword. I should have sliced myself with a sword, and that's really the point of contention here.
slicing yourself
What?
with a sword is so impractical.
True. Stabbing's the way to go. What did the Phils say? The Phils didn't help you with the summoning?
No, the Phil said the summoning doesn't work, and I don't know if it does work, so I can't do it.
I bet if we slice the Duchess, then the summoning will work.
Stab slice.
Stab slice. It's a combo attack.
Okay. You don't need me though. You're like really cool with the sword and the eagle and stuff. I'll just stay here.
I don't know. I feel like you're probably cool with some rituals we don't know about.
Supposedly.
Okay. I'll come.
You gotta watch my
you.
back because Ada will come for me.
No, she won't. She doesn't have a thing on you.
I'm for that sword.
You hear it
She'll
from
come
Ada
for the
downstairs. Ragaire, down here!
I'm still upside down in a window talking to Hazel.
I want my 15 minutes with the sword.
You'll get your 15 minutes when I'm done.
Okay, I'll come outside.
Come outside.
Yeah.
I jump down and I wait for you outside, and I let Ada touch the sword for 15.
I imagine Ada is just like staring at it, trying to become a bird.
She probably spends at least 5 minutes doing that.
You remain annoyingly non-bird, non-avian.
For a second, you see her starting to turn the blade towards her chest. And then she goes,
Ada, stop that!
"No." Don't tell me what to do.
Are you a vile sinner?
I did punch a man to death.
You
Are
did
you
punch
a
us
vile
once.
sinner?
Kind of.
That's
Semantics.
what I thought. We're going to see the Duchess,
It's
the
true.
horrible Duchess of
Hochen.
Hochen,
Of Yuzon.
of this cursed valley, whose name I don't know.
Hogan. It's
Yeah.
called Hogan.
Ragaire, are you up for fighting the Duchess?
I don't know. How do I feel good, right?
You look like you've got some spring in your step right now, so that's good, but
All
I don't
the
know how you're
feathers.
feeling.
I think I feel good. I feel like I have a weight off my chest.
All right. Well,
What are you concerned about?
Yeah, Brother Wirt, you really love to ask people how they're feeling, and they're like doing totally fine, and you're just really concerned for no reason. This seems to be a recurring.
well, I just oftentimes when teenagers go through something traumatic, they don't get the care and attention they need. So I wanted to make sure you and your brother had some degree of somebody
I
caring
put
for
my
you.
Ragaire.
hands
not a
on Brother
teenager.
Wirt's chest and I said, I know elven ages are hard, but I'm well past my teenage years.
Yes, well, Ragaire, I was concerned for you for
Thank
different
you.
reasons. Because in the last 12 minutes, I found out you had a demon inside you. You excised a demon from you. You turned a sword into a magic sword. You turned it into a bird, turned back into an elf, turned back into a bird, turned back into an elf, and now we're ready to go and fight a horrible witch.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. I just
It's a
want
lot.
to check
Are
and make
you
sure we're
Wait,
all
feeling?
reasonable.
No, I think this is. Are
Are
you
you
feeling
okay?
okay, Brother Wirt?
No, I am horribly overwhelmed by all of this.
Okay. How
Okay,
can I
well,
make
let's
this
take a minute
easier
and
for you?
meditate.
Yeah.
We can become one with the universe together. I wish I would turn into a bird.
I think maybe a glass of water would be nice.
Okay, I get you
I'm
a glass
going
of
to go
water.
inside.
Ada, I can teach you how to turn into a bird if you want.
What foul magics will this require?
No, just rituals. No foul magic. Why does everybody think
Foul.
I'm doing bad things?
No,
Ada?
they want foul magic.
You don't want to
No,
turn
I
into a
want-
chicken. You
I
want to
want
turn into something
foul
cool.
swords. I'll pass. I'll just accept my fate as the exceptional and legendary blacksmith that forged the sword that turned someone else into a bird.
Oh, Clotho might have a bird bee.
Is it possible? I don't
A bee
really
that summons
understand how all
birds?
that works.
Phil's, is there
I
a bird
feel like
bee?
you should talk to Clotho about the bees.
Bee bird?
And maybe not the bees and the birds, but at least the bees.
Why?
Aren't you trying to summon?
Yeah,
People?
but I'm gonna do that once it's unbroken, which is at a to be determined date.
I mean, maybe Clotho knows why it's determined. It's broken.
Okay, well, you come with me and I'll try to talk to him and you'll see why it's useless.
You literally made it useful earlier in the day.
And Brother Wirt told me I shouldn't do that to people.
We don't always listen to what Brother Wirt says. We take it into consideration.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we can go inside and consider together.
Sure.
Willow, we need Clotho.
Well, that's part of the committee meeting. He's just over in a chair.
I'm sure his input is very valuable.
Go over to the chair, pick him up by his shirt. We're gonna take him upstairs as we do with all the people we interrogate.
Into the scary level of this house, away from witnesses.
Where people turn into birds.
Okay, you take him upstairs, you plop him down.
I'll
As you
throw-
set him down, he says, "Understand me."
Yeah, you're free.
Oh, well, okay then. And he goes to start walking and gets to the edge of the desk. And,
You're trapped here with me until you answer my questions, little man.
What magic is this? He's like feeling the edge of
The
the
worst
desk.
kind, gravity.
Your bees, Philomena Buzz and Philomena Buzz, tell me that summoning's broken. They're not here for you.
Yes, Philomena, come to me. And then they
No!
buzz down to him.
Blast traitors.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Oh, buzz, 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 buzz. They like you?
Uh-huh. Great. The summoning is broken.
Yes,
Is it still broken?
yes.
Okay, we have that. See?
work.
Problem
How did it break?
It works well enough. You just have to set your expectations not as high as you might have.
It does not work well enough. You summoned 3 demons for summoning.
Oh, that was not my doing. That was not my doing.
Then why
But-
do you have a bee for summoning demons?
Oh, yes, Philomena is in charge of summoning the demons. That's what I've done in the past, but not me. I was coerced, bamboozled.
That's still
Echo
you
Dwarf
if you're
into summoning.
coerced.
Who?
The summoning's still broken.
Yes, the demons. I summoned the 3. I tried to. It didn't work.
No, it did. There were 3 demons. It did work.
So the summoning's not broken?
No, it's broken. Well, I don't know. Your bee says it's not broken. Or it is broken.
But you just said it worked.
The demon summoning.
That was
three
not
demons.
me. There were
was
3
it?
demons. I summoned the 3 of them
For who?
for the Duchess.
Why did she want 3 demons?
I have not a clue.
Why
Okay,
is
so
the
why did the summoning
broken?
work?
You asked 2 different questions.
Why did the summoning work for Hazel and Willow?
It didn't work.
It
You said
didn't work.
didn't work.
It was broken. I tried to do it. I tried to get out of our little deal that you forced me into, and I didn't like it,
That's
but I
not
tried
true.
to get around it, and it didn't work. That one-armed woman and her boring husband, poof, gone. And then this one. And that one, he looks over at Ash.
Poof appear. When did he get here?
He's been in this room the whole
He's
time.
always here.
He has a new prime directive, and it's stand next to Hazel.
Did the Duchess break the summoning, and that's why her summoning the demons worked because she unblocked it for that?
No, she did not summon it. I summoned the demons
Yeah,
for
but
her.
you didn't do the summoning.
Who broke
I
the
did.
summoning?
She broke the summoning, and he broke the summoning. They
Who's
both
he?
broke the summoning.
Who that is?
Got a big mouth.
Okay, yeah.
Told you.
Well,
And
I figured
eyes.
that, but he's gone now, so it shouldn't be broken anymore. So it
He's
should
not
be fixed.
gone.
You got rid of him?
He's
He
temporarily
was important to
indisposed.
keep her in check! And he just starts screaming at you. And
I
then
didn't
he's
get
just
rid of
I
him.
put a
Brother
cup
Wirt
over
got rid of him.
He's I just screaming inside of this cup.
Okay, so it should be fixed.
I don't know. I don't understand any of this religion nonsense. You're gonna have to talk to Brother Wirt about what he did to that thing in the jar
Brother Wirt!
that gave him his creepy hands.
Everyone's getting cool transformations except Ada.
I don't know.
Transformed
Some of
on
these
the
are better than
inside.
others. Yeah, Wirt will come upstairs when he is called.
Brother Wirt, is the concert gone forever?
I don't know. That's up to the lady. I would assume that.
This tiny man, I scooped the glass that he's in the glass. This tiny man has some words for you.
Yes, Clotho. What would you like
You
to say
got
to me?
rid of him! He was important to the cosmic balance and you did bad! You've doomed us all in my bees!
I didn't. I did not do anything to him.
You are responsible!
The lady has removed him from our world. I don't think that means he no longer exists. It just means he's no longer where he shouldn't be, which is here, right, Clotho? He shouldn't be here?
He should have been here!
Why?
Let me ask you this. If you have a tablespoon of honey and you eat the honey, does the honey exist? No, it's gone! It can't do what it's supposed to do, which is be honey.
Okay. But the honey feeds you and is part of you now, and it's becomes part of the process of life.
What are you talking about?
The honey is gone, Wirt. You did wrong.
This
Go ask the lady
talking
for it
muscle
back.
speaks sense!
No, Clotho.
You're just not listening.
Wirt just like shoots daggers at you. You've
gonna-
never really
Ada
seen him
blissfully does not care.
I'm gonna take this cup over to the window and hold it up against the window and say, does this look like out of check? Out of balance? The great suck?
Yes, it doesn't look good!
Okay.
But okay. Getting rid of the consort. What does that have to do with this that seemingly the Duchess has created? I asked Clotho.
Small
Oh.
man.
He was keeping her in check!
I see. And why can we not be the ones to keep him in check, her in check now?
You're not doing a very good job of it!
Well, that's the goal. So, if you would like to help us,
What if we stab her with this?
Stab slice.
Stab slice. Thank you, Hazel. This is
It's like a 2-part. Yeah.
Would that keep her in check, Clotho?
I don't know. We need the balance somehow.
If we get rid of both of them, is the
That's
balance restored?
balance. An
Okay.
empty honey jar balances.
Wow, words of wisdom from Clotho.
Great. That is all I needed to hear.
Yeah. So we're on the right track. That's great.
Doesn't
Wonderful.
a full honey jar also balance?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, and then this one ate half the honey.
Half the
let's-
honey
I mean,
bad,
half a
empty
honey.
or full good.
Bottle's still balanced.
He ate the left honey and left the right honey.
Beautiful thing about honey is that
It will balance eventually.
it liquid.
Okay, so this is great. We will achieve balance. That's in the near future. What about the summoning?
Which should fix the summoning, since we've gotten rid of one half and we get rid of the other half.
But what if
Balance
it's
summoning.
already broken? It was balanced before and
What?
it was broken. Now it's unbalanced, so it should be unbroken.
What? No.
Yeah.
That
It was
is not-
balanced, and then the two of them happened.
No. The two of them kept each other in balance, but the two of them together broke the summoning.
Right.
Yes.
So now one
So
of
now
them's
that
We
one
need
gone.
to
is
get
gone.
rid of them to fix the summoning. Has anyone ever fixed anything out of the four of us other than me? Because I think I have mending right now, and I will mend this summoning.
This personified bicep speaks sense.
Well, it seems our direction is clear then. Yes?
I
the castle?
guess. Clear
To
as
the
mud.
castle.
To the center of the suck.
Let's
Should
get
we-
sucked.
Should we rally allies? Or are we venturing
No.
off as a
Who?
foursome?
Who?
I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't
I'm
know what
saying
we're going to
Ash
come
is coming
across.
with us.
Yeah.
Is Ash coming with us?
Can he hold his own?
Yeah.
Logan.
Yes, nose
You can
man.
keep going.
Do we bring anyone who can wield a weapon? A pitchfork, even? A torch?
No, what? They're just gonna die, aren't they?
What are they gonna do?
I don't know what we're going to face.
I can wield a weapon, first of all. This one has rituals that she won't tell us about, but
I have a
We
weapon
know.
that's slightly worse than it used to be.
yeah, you also have a weapon that's slightly worse than it used to be. This one has a pretty damn good weapon that I just made, and we all got traumatized over. And I'm assuming your blood hands can do something. So,
okay.
really, the only people I think worth bringing would be Willow or Ravadren's the only other person I can think of that can wield a weapon, and I don't want him
And
around.
Ash.
Well, Ash, we can't get rid of. He's like a shadow.
Okay. Should I ask Willow to join us?
Do you want to put her in mortal danger?
The world is in mortal danger.
Well, the
The honey
valley's
jar.
in mortal danger.
Besides,
She's
it
got
should
a
be her
good
decision,
thing going
right?
at the
Oh,
moment.
do you want to come? Oh, you do? Wow.
Put that cup down.
No.
I don't want the crazy bee man with us.
What if he's important? He knows about
He's-
the balance.
He has shown an incredible wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
He's been more than helpful to us.
It's almost
Why
like I
shouldn't he?
fixed him.
You can't fix people.
Oh yeah, he wasn't
You'll learn
broken.
that in a
It's
couple
almost
years.
like
You can improve something that wasn't broken.
he's improved. I'm bringing him.
So we've got a blind woman and a crazy man to bring with us. We're looking great.
Yes, well, it will certainly fit in with your dejected ass. So
You look
Let's
over.
go,
You
shall
look
we?
over. And Ragaire has just turned into an eagle.
You turn your chicken ass back into an elf right now.
He preens.
As you all have had this heated conversation, you notice something. It's not a feeling you have felt in months. You are all drenched in sweat. It is blistering in this room.
Let's go melt
Yeah.
a castle. This sounds great. I'm loving this.
Turn down the heat, Ragaire.
Is it radiating from the eagle?
It's omnipresent.
Great. What's the radius?
Roll a d6.
I love this. We just fall into the trap of each other asking too many questions.
You don't know the radius. You don't really know anything about this. But as you're sort of sitting there preening, Ada looks at you with rage. And you notice,
Classic.
like, Martine's house is made of wood. Like, some of the wood's beginning to, like, smoke a little bit.
Was it doing that when I was a human, or did I not notice? Or when I was
It's
an elf?
just now being noticed.
Okay. I run out the house. I turn into an elf and I run out the house.
I thought you just chicken legged it out of there.
I would fly out the window, but I doubt it was open.
You could open it as a human and then fly out.
As an elf, you can't turn into a human.
I
An
can
elf.
That
only
would be
turn into
unreasonable.
elf or eagle, ease only.
We go outside, there's an eel sitting in the snow.
Elephant, eel, eagle.
Okay. No, okay, that's what we'll do. You run outside. You all go outside following Ragaire. There is no snow anywhere. As far as your eye can see inside of town, there's still snow on the mountainside, the Overspoke.
Snow.
It's just like wet, warm mud everywhere. And that's what we'll call it for the night.
But I don't.
As you're standing, you like sink a good 5 inches into the mud.
Bring back winter.
Right, always wear your traveling boots, kids.
Like that is what we'll call it. For the night. For Burning Wheel. Next week, what are we playing, Sarah?
Well, we're gonna be playing Things from the Flood and our favorite cornbread skillet Pepto Bismol flavoring
I
character
hope you
will
practiced your
practicing your
Borge
accent?
accent
I
for the last
have
month.
been solely
had a
practicing
lot of
my Borge
time.
accent for the last
Perfect.
month. So get ready for that.
And then in 2 weeks, we come back for Burning Wheel, Journey to the Center of the Big Suck.
Who's
Oh.
excited?
It's gonna be great.
Sounds like
I'll
a
work
good
on my
time.
equal calls.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we will see you next week then. We'll do Artha off camera as always, and then I'll be preparing myself for Sean to yell at me for him not being able to turn into an eagle, and then in 2 weeks when you turn back in, you still
Rage.
won't be an eagle, and it'll be really funny.
I don't
We'll
want to
see
turn
you
into
then.
an eagle.
Bye.
Bye.